This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
Dennis tells him it's okay and stuff.
Oh my God, we're live. Can you imagine? The internet is just watching us. Sitting in a room.
No tripping over the wire.
No tripping or just no tripping over the wire?
Just no tripping over the wire.
You can have Black
Ryan,
Friday.
we're set.
Have Black Friday.
Where's your drugs?
I didn't have enough to share with everybody.
Alrighty, so NASA has located a black hole that spits stuff out.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
live. I just said that 2 seconds ago.
As you were dancing into the
You
brain.
just made it.
Well, we've gone past waiting for people to be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet waits for no man.
Because my microwave said 7:56, and that's what I thought that
It
we
says
were
801
going
on the PC, so...
So what is it? Do we
Very
know what
well.
the black hole is spitting out? Like what is
So
the...
usually galaxies center around a massive black hole. That's what creates the spin of the entire galaxy. And the mass is so great that it can hold them. They found minor black holes that don't have that mass, and instead of being the center of a
With big
galaxy, they're actually
pickaxes.
spewing energy out, which is forming new solar systems.
Wow.
That's deep.
God's amazing.
Thank you, Josh.
What did he say?
Peace be with you.
And also with you.
Namaste.
What was the Terra Delu?
Toodaloo.
So, Uncle Billy Boy is going to lend us some cash, you think?
Oh, I hope so.
How much is he worth? What was the number? 100 and...
$110 billion.
You're talking about Bill Gates?
Yeah, Bill
He's
Gates.
now worth more than Jeff Bezos. So.
And Bezos was worth, what, 90 or 103, something last year?
The last I heard was around 130.
So either Bezos has lost a bunch of money.
Bezos is going through some
Well,
problems.
she has agreed to leave her stake and share in the company. So
Bezos'
yeah,
ex-wife.
she has
Yeah,
agreed to
for
leave her
context.
whatever. So
Just so we know who we're talking about.
and so therefore it would have no detrimental impact to the valuation of the company or to his fortune, his personal. He's just going to pay a pile of alimony. But she could at some point cash out if she so chose. But she's leaving it for the time being.
Still,
Which is enough for the share value to go down. Just the threat of it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So-
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah.
I find it weird that Gates has gone up though, because
Why?
he's supposed to be giving it away. It's supposed to be going away through his
Yes,
philanthropy.
but he collects
You-
it faster than he gives it away.
Yeah, but you have to spend money to make money.
Oh right,
He's spending
So, yeah.
shitloads of money.
He's giving away those no water toilets all over the world right now.
That's right.
My favorite thing Bill Gates ever did was that movie he was in with Johnny Depp, where he had to hack into the asteroid. Remember that movie?
I don't.
It was an episode of Nathan for You. Remember?
I found this one interesting today.
What's that?
So last week, the CRTC allowed the big telecoms to basically block a website.
Oh.
Oh,
Which website?
It was called goldtv.net. It was a piracy-based TV channel website.
Okay.
That aside, what they did technically circumvents net neutrality in Canada. So I have to give credit to Tech Savvy, the provider in Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
They issued a letter and delivered it to the CRTC today, decrying their motions to do
Nice.
so. Basically saying, don't do that, because once you open that Pandora's box,
Yeah.
where does it stop?
Yeah.
It
Does
does.
Bell go, well, we don't like Disney, so block Disney because we don't want them in our country, they're competing against us? Or
Yeah.
where does the line get drawn, right?
Yeah.
You could...
oh, we just want to redirect because we own all the Disney royalties in
Right.
Canada. So if you go to Disney in Canada, you should actually end up with Bell.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to give Tech Savvy some credit for fighting back on that one. I thought that was kind of noble of them. They're the
Yeah.
only ones that have.
That's a slippery friggin' slope.
I'll leave it at that. For fear that it may affect where I work. Star Trek 4. New
Yeah.
director and
New
potentially
director.
coming.
It's supposed to be back on the plate for what is it? Paramount.
So
Nice.
was it not
About
supposed to
time.
be?
They couldn't afford the actors.
I suppose they've all blown up, right?
Yeah.
And
So
They had to
they
piece
lost.
them together.
Yeah, and they lost the.
all the king's forces and all the king's men.
Couldn't put.
All the king's horses, all the king's men are in a union now. That's where the
Yeah.
expense was.
That's right.
Yep. I'd like to see it be made.
Yeah.
I'd like
I
where
agree.
they were going.
They're well done.
It's Noah Hawley.
Yeah.
Hawley.
I
guess
also-
that's how pronounced
I also read
Oh, it's not Quentin
Tarantino's.
Tarantino?
Well, his project is still kind of something that they're interested in doing. From the sounds of it.
Yeah, because I keep hearing it's a go, and then like it's not. I really, really hope they give him a shot.
They might-
at that universe. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Be a lot more dying. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
A lot more
We've
gruesome.
got tons of red shirts. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
All kinds of them. Speaking of sci-fi, Abrams was on Colbert.
Okay.
Did an interview. I watched it today, and I was a bit nervous because there's some tie-ins and tie-offs that have to happen in this episode, and he definitely didn't allude to anything much.
Oh, the next Star Wars. Okay.
But he did talk about Carrie Fisher, and they did not use CG to put her in.
No.
But
It's a
the
puppet.
lines that she filmed were not for this movie.
Yeah, no, it was cut footage from the previous
Yeah.
film. I knew that.
Yeah, so I was quite impressed that that's how they went about it because they
Well, it
tried
wasn't
to-
even the previous film. It was Abrams' film.
Oh.
Yeah,
The cut footage was
Abrams.
fine.
Well,
Abrams
yeah.
Oh,
Not.
wow.
It was the first one.
There's
that
a
he did. That's
super
right,
director's cut out there somewhere.
And apparently,
Oh.
also aside from that, he reported tonight that they successfully bought back the one leaked script that got onto eBay.
too. Oh.
Yeah, it was
One of the actors forgot it somewhere.
under their bed or something, wasn't it?
Someone found it and sold it on eBay. Someone bought it on eBay. Someone else went to sell it on eBay, and Abrams bought it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got her back.
But
It's not out there anymore.
yeah, no one can photocopy that.
No.
Even
of
before they
course not.
sold it.
It's that photocopierless paper
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
use.
Yes,
you
that's
just
right.
get blank pages.
You just get one
It's
page
a
on it.
thing.
It's
Speaking
written in invisible ink.
Speaking of director's cuts, there's all this hoopla online about the Snyder cut
Yeah, I've
of,
heard about that.
of Justice League.
Yeah.
He wasn't finished filming. There's probably no cut out there that's the Snyder's cut. And, you know what I mean? Just fucking give it up, Internet. The movie was
Give
shit.
it up, internet.
I-
Are you new to the internet? They don't give anything.
Did you know you could charge your cell phone by putting it in the microwave?
You can make your ring fit your finger better if you microwave it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, see,
Heard
proof
that.
right there. My
Yeah.
ring fits now.
I do think
Yeah.
the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman was a better film, though, than
Yeah.
the theatrical.
Another interesting piece of news that just had me kind of chuckling, although I'm glad I don't live there to experience it firsthand, is the Toronto shit flinging.
The what?
Well, the third case today happened and was reported and being investigated by the Toronto City Police that someone is either driving around or walking around flinging feces at people.
Only in
Drive-by
TO.
shitting.
Drive-by shitting.
So it is now making like national headlines everywhere that the feces onslaught of Toronto.
So this is now like streaking. This is going to become a thing.
They'll have a new division in law enforcement, pooper troopers.
Well played, sir. Well
So-
played.
High five!
Why did we stop them eating Tide Pods?
Why did we stop the meeting?
So in 2 years' time, it'll happen here. Yeah.
Yeah, we're way behind.
Yeah.
Halvin will just be talking about it about a week before it happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
You tell me off anytime.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
You just wait. It's coming.
So there was a bunch of theories, and apparently Elon confirmed it, that the Tesla truck window breaking wasn't because of the glass being wrong, but because they hit the door with a hammer first and cracked the glass that wasn't visible that was in the door. They never did both tests simultaneously off stage. So the Tesla truck glass technically would pass its test if they hadn't hit it with the hammer first.
But he just admitted to how he can get into a Tesla truck. Just hit it with a hammer first, then shoot it.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, I still.
But who
They'll
has
probably
a
work on
hammer and a ball?
Like, or a hammer twice.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true.
right.
Fuck.
You don't have to throw the ball. You can just hit it with the hammer twice.
Carjackers can't dual wield.
The onus is still on him, though.
I will admit,
They have
last week
They
ADHD.
should have been prepped for
Last
can't
week I
concentrate.
shit all over the look of that thing, and it's grown on me that much in 1 week. I now like it. And D-Brand is offering skins.
That D-brand page made it look like shit, though.
Oh yeah,
It was great.
yeah, it's perfect. How hard is it to cut perfectly 90-degree angular vinyl and stick it to a truck? Debrand, not very bad. They can do it easily. Grand Tour starts in 3 weeks. Wow, odd episode of Grand Tour. So I was rather excited
Still
about
haven't watched one episode.
I haven't either.
that. Too bad. It's really good.
I have Amazon Prime though.
Ah, there you go.
So do I.
Well,
Bones.
fuck me then. Oh,
But
I
apparently
see.
the big
They're
headline
bragging.
from that was that Jeremy Clarkson now admits that even though he shit all over Greta Thunberg, that the global climate change is a thing now. Because they went to a spot in Vietnam that he'd been before and it has changed dramatically. And the only way that it could have changed is through climate change.
Oh, he
So
actually
it's a
saw
thing.
proof.
Proof,
I
yeah.
think Greta
God damn.
Thunberg is
Went-
going around the globe
Ahead of Jeremy.
fucking up stuff.
Yeah.
Ahead of Jeremy Clarkson.
That's
She
just-
drained that lake.
She did.
Well, no. She's
With a straw.
She's a time traveler.
Well, yeah,
so,
she's a time
so she
traveler.
bounces and changes stuff,
No.
and then by the time you get there, she's already gone into the past. and made the
She's
change. It's there.
boss level placed here by the programmers.
She is a programmer.
Boss level.
So she just went back and changed
She
the
put
code.
herself
That's
into
right.
the game.
That's right.
Oh man.
Um,
Alright. Things
I
are going to
think-
get really weird.
The next headline I think we can sum up with what I wrote down is Stadia sucks.
What is Stadia?
Google's gaming streaming service. Now the reviews have finally been out, that I don't think I've seen one positive review of anything.
What was
Wow.
it like a Twitch replacement type of thing?
No, it's you pay them money, they ship you a controller, you play the game on their
okay.
servers to your house.
Yes, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now all the reviews are in and it sucks. Like for every
I don't think
audience.
anybody predicted otherwise, though.
No one did.
So
Is the golden age of Google over?
Well, there was
The golden age of YouTube definitely looks to be over.
Yeah.
There was a thing in one of the reviews I read. They were talking about the Stadia and how much bandwidth it was actually using up per hour, and it was unfucking real. It was like five gigs in an hour or something like that.
yeah, no different than your Netflix streams, right?
No,
Depending on
yeah.
the quality of the video that
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, but the difference is Netflix will buffer. This doesn't buffer.
No, it can't.
It
It's
can't
a video
buffer.
game.
Yeah.
And the other thing I heard was even though they advertise 4K 60 frames, the highest anyone's getting is 1440p and maybe 60 frames.
Yeah.
So it's not really hitting their guaranteed.
No.
And they blamed it on the developers of the game.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. Intel versus AMD has been a very interesting week. If anyone follows that market,
AMD starting to.
they're kicking ass and taking names. The Linus video about the new 10980 XE chip. Intel basically put their embargo on the press release so they wouldn't have to compete with the AMD release the following morning. So he called them two names. He called them a weasel and a chicken. And he went off hard on Intel in that video. And then you saw why when the AMD video came out the next day showing a 100% increase over Intel's equivalent offering. And the AMD offering is still about 30% cheaper.
Ah,
So
Cool.
it's double the performance, 30% less money.
Wow.
sweet.
We're looking at I think Team Blue has lost the crown as the term
Oh,
goes.
big time.
They are no longer going to be king, which is good for Canada because we have major AMD offices in Martin.
Nice.
A lot of employees there, which is cool. This one I just found funny. Logan Paul was mentioned on Joe Rogan that he should become president. And he's answered the call and now he wants to run.
Logan
So-
Paul.
Oh, you're
Logan
kidding
Paul
me.
should be president?
Yep.
And Joe Rogan said this?
Joe Rogan had a guest on that said it.
Oh, okay.
And he heard it and thinks that's a great idea and he's got enough money that's just where he needs to go, especially with the sudden change in YouTube's selling products to kids.
That's the only next step.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's boxer president.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If
YouTube
he's ever
star.
had a chance, it's following Trump.
Well,
True that.
Yeah. Another interesting thing, I was talking to Hal about this today, actually. Solid state batteries. Have you been following any of this
No, Helen started to talk about it, but
What's
I
going
tuned him
on?
out.
stuff? So
I figured it was something from last week.
the Nobel Prize winners were announced from the last week to 2 weeks, whatever it was. And one of the guys, one of the teams that got it was I think it was for chemistry, for creating a solid state battery that is actually achievably affordable and scalable.
How
at
long
first,
does it last?
don't know that exactly. Longer than lithium ion. So it holds.
How long do lithium ion last?
I don't know. Do you have one?
No.
Yes, you do. You have a cell phone. How long does your battery last on your cell phone?
Day.
No, I mean.
Lifetime is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if it lasts
I haven't
longer
kept
than
the
lithium
phone.
ion,
I haven't kept the phone long enough to.
Right. But at
buy
least
it.
a year or 2 years
Oh, yeah,
or 5 years. I
absolutely.
mean,
Yeah.
Tesla cars have them for 5-year guarantees or 4-year guarantees,
yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah. So if it's longer than
So
that, that's
basically what they've done is they've removed the liquid electrolyte from the battery and replaced it with a specially manufactured glass product. So that the tendrils that grow off the anode and the cathode that normally cause a battery to fatigue and die can no longer happen because the product in between is solid.
wow.
2.5 times more capacity than a standard lithium ion or a lithium ion comparative size. Charge time 12 times faster. Double the lifetime. So basically we're looking at instead of a 20-minute charge to 80% on a supercharger, a 2-minute charge to 80% on a supercharger, and a distance double.
Could they scale this into automobiles?
Yes.
So that if this works, we're on the precipice of
The game changer.
right.
Now here's where it
Where
really gets interesting.
It's going to kick the shit out of oil.
Here's where it gets interesting. I actually watched a video last night of a guy, B is for Build, that I watched, that builds cars, and he talked about it from the automotive industry. He goes, now let's take it a step further. Take your home television now and put a bank of SSBs in it,
Yeah.
and your stereo equipment, and your lights,
Yeah.
and your microwave, and your refrigerator, and your stove, and they all have
TV.
banks. Then they only need power when power is available. So then you could have solar or wind attached to your home or from your grid, whatever, feeding in when your charge level requires it at a convenient time that it is to charge said devices.
Wow.
And they can sustain the electricity. Now, all skeptics, I'm one of them, went, too good to be true. Why should I believe this technology? And then one of the 3 people on the team is a guy named Dr. Goodenough.
That's an amazing name.
Dr.
We can
Goodenough.
stop for just good enough.
Good enough.
Well, that's good enough for me.
That's right.
He's 97 years old. So then I opened his Wikipedia page. What did he invent in his lifetime?
Lithium ion battery.
He invented the lithium ion battery. What else did he invent?
Copper tops.
Random access memory.
Oh.
Get out.
Yes. I mean, he's shooting for his hat trick, I would say.
People are at their smartest when they're 97 too.
Well, his reasoning was the lithium ion was intended for very thin use case, like pacemakers and things of that like.
Right.
When it started getting adapted to cell phones and going as widespread as it has, he knew what the detriment to the planet would be if it was widely mined for lithium. And he didn't like it because it's got a lasting detriment. Plus, lithium is a finite supply. There's only so much unless we can start mining asteroids. So he really, really was bothered by it to the point where he directed his team to dig in and do SSBs. And they've been working it since 2011, and they finally got a design this year that would be scalable.
And they won for that.
That design.
So again, that says
It's legit.
it's legit. The fact that because somebody has to have looked at that, I would assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. To look at all these things that they give these prices out for and say, okay, let's take a close look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, this is worthy of the prize because it actually has something.
So I actually got really excited about it when I realized the credence of who was involved, the potential of the technology. It actually, based on what we know or what's been released for information, you technically could power an aircraft with this stuff. Because it's actually finally at the weight scale to power delivery where it makes sense. With lithium ion, it's just too heavy and too short of a range.
And correct me if I'm wrong, they can use sodium.
Sodium is the source point for the glass composite in the center. It's made like everything is readily available, non-mineable requirements basically that's in it.
Nice.
That's cool.
So we're on to something big there. Rick and Morty sitting it out of the park.
You like it?
Loving it. It's a really good series. This season.
I haven't watched any of the new season yet.
It's pretty funny.
I think the last
What
I
are the-
saw it was
what are the last
season
season?
2.
I enjoyed season 3 after I let it kind of wash over me, but season 4 is way, way better in my opinion.
Cool.
And the other thing I'm excited for, this is just me being selfish putting this on the list, but December 6th is season 3 of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I'm now out of watching season 1 and 2.
I've not started, but my wife has sourced
Contents.
season 1, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for season 3, although I'm sure it will only last me a couple of days when it hits, because it will be like drinking from a fire hose. It's that good, so I enjoyed that. So, yeah.
James says Lord of the Rings Amazon show is coming.
Yes,
Yes.
that's been.
When is that?
It's a $1 billion budget.
That's awesome.
Who's
It's not
the?
even 1% of Bill Gates' money. What the fuck?
It's nothing.
That's not what they mean when they say one percenters. Isn't it?
Who's in charge of that show? Like, who's the showrunner? Who's
Peter
like?
Jackson, I think, is doing it.
Oh, well,
Is he okay?
as long as he's somewhat involved.
I didn't think he was super involved. I figured he's like more of a producer, consultant.
I just heard his name bandied around. I haven't. There's been nothing officially announced other than there's a Lord of the Rings based thing that Amazon Prime has invested $1 billion.
Yeah.
Is Stephen Colbert involved?
That would be.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Yeah, because he's all things
I
Tolkien.
was gonna say he's a huge fan, is
Yeah.
he not?
Huge Lord of the Rings fan. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he took a week vacation there not that long.
Almost as
Does he have a
almost as
Jeep
big
named Gandalf? I mean,
He
I
does
don't
not
think
have
so.
a Jeep named Gandalf. That's right.
I had somebody follow me around Bed Bath & Beyond, one of the workers, and ask me where I got the decals that are on the Jeep. Because his girlfriend dropped him off. I saw somebody pointing and smiling.
Normally, when someone
Yeah.
follows you through a store that works at the store, it's because something's in your pocket.
But yeah, exactly. Luckily, he didn't know about that.
Or it's Stedman's in 1986 and the guy's Jewish.
Look at the bulge on that guy.
Or you have a camera?
I used to get followed around Stedman's all the time in junior high. It's just
Yeah,
what we
me
did.
too. Yeah.
It's just what we did.
That's what we did.
Literally, we'd walk in with trench coats on, and we'd pick something up and go, boom, and then walk around the corner and then throw it off, and then continue to walk around the store. And of course, that would make him angry.
No shit.
We kind of brought it on ourselves.
If that happened to him today, we'd be hearing fucking kids were in today. You know what they do? They pick stuff up, they put it in their pocket, and I'm wasting my time. I got shit to do, and they walk around, then they take it out and they put it on a shelf somewhere and they leave. So now I've got to put that back, and
Fucking kids.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
It was fun to do when we were there.
Oh yeah,
It
absolutely.
actually wouldn't have happened had we not been antagonized 3 or 4 visits in a row by not doing that. Just literally picking up
Actually stealing shit.
No, we were picking up what we were going to buy for lunch, and before we would get to the counter, he'd accuse us of trying to steal it, even though we were going to go pay for it. We were on our way there.
He's got all 4 of them occupied. Now start taking stuff.
We had CB radios, but they were the size of trucks. He suspected nothing.
Well, there.
That's about all I got to say. Anyone else got anything to say? I just kind of took over there, didn't I?
I think Ken does.
You think?
I think.
Sorry, folks, we're out of time.
So, there's been a couple of moments. This is almost a year we've been doing this now, haven't we? No,
Over a year.
over a year.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of mentions on the show about the fact that I'm adopted, and there's even one of the intros actually was you used my actual real name for their favorite spot on the internet, and so Brent went down to Anna Maritime this year, with his family, and had the United A-Holes t-shirt on and had a wonderful time. And what he didn't realize is that he had actually met somebody that's very important to me, obviously. So last week during our live stream, we made mention that a viewer of the show reached out to us that saw him at Anna Maritime, and made a comment about me and making sure that I didn't forget to email them.
Take a drink.
The long and the short of it is, in a classic "The Programmers Are Listening" moment, my birth family found me.
Awesome. Congrats, man.
The one that sent the
Apparently
message
it's really
to
funny.
Brent. One that meant to rent. We're all about. You forget that it's United A-Holes. So,
Yeah. So we're playing a drinking game over here.
So they're playing.
We're going to need to call an ambulance if this continues.
I only have this much milk.
Small sips, man. Small sips.
Anyway, so there's a good possibility that my sister, that I never knew that I had, and her 2 daughters are watching this right now.
No, it's funny.
And Bonnie has a birthday tomorrow. My sister turns something. I won't say it on the show, but
Well, she's younger than
so
you.
it's cool. She is younger than me.
There you go.
Absolutely.
You.
So that was kind of cool. So at one time, Brent actually met my family before I actually
and
did,
didn't know.
and didn't know.
Yeah.
James
So-
has a good question there. Are
What's
you a Terminator?
I could very well be.
Where the hell that
I could
came
be a
from.
programmer. But it's a lot of emotions. It's a first
Fuck,
time in
Josh
my
is
life that
already
I've
having
actually
his
seen
beer.
myself in somebody else. So
Yeah.
I have a strong connection to them already, even
So
though we haven't
you're
met.
no longer an only child. You
I
are
am no
now
longer an only
the oldest
child. I'm the
in
oldest.
your family.
That's right.
You can start bullying them now and
That's
it'd be
right.
okay.
That's right.
You got years of shit to make up.
Grab
So
their head
many
and give them
noogies.
noogies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's appropriate for me to give my sister noogies, but
Hold off on the purple nurple, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's going to get you in
but
harassment
no, I'm
charges.
very happy. Everybody's pretty
No, that's
happy,
awesome.
pretty psyched. So yeah, it's
Is that
cool.
is that life changing?
For me, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No question. I didn't anticipate to have such a strong connection with them
Silver B.
as I do.
Hey, it's your niece.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey,
Ken's niece.
right on.
They're watching.
So behave yourself.
tell them to subscribe.
Family's
Well,
watching.
Down that like button.
They're watching. His family's the programmers.
Yeah.
God
Oh my
damn
Lord,
it.
Jesus, write it down.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of life changing, are we getting on the scales?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see you're wearing shorts.
Yeah, I'm back in now. I'm
All
in
right.
competition.
Oh, you're back in the game?
I'm back in the game,
Perfect
baby.
for Christmas.
I'm back in the game.
Can you look up what Thursday?
What was my
episode
weight
is?
last time?
You were 185.3.
I can look at it.
Oh, okay.
185.3?
Yep.
All right. So, for those that are just tuning in, Brett and I are in competition with each other to see who could
What was the
lose
starting
the
point
most
in
weight.
April for Ken? 230.
236.
April? I go back as far as July the 16th, and he was 207.8 at that point.
But I started at 236.
Yeah,
originally.
way back.
Yeah.
236 less than a year ago.
236.
Oh, okay.
181.1.
Good deal. 181.1.
That's 50 pounds. 54.
That is an expensive turkey.
That is.
That's a
I was
dog.
202.1.
Last week.
I had my tuxie on last week because it was cold as hell.
Yeah,
my taxi on
last week.
I was carrying around lead weight.
That should mean you lose a lot of weight
You
this
guys
week.
saw how stupid I looked last week, right?
I had a box of 308 shells. My pocket was deer season and
You
all.
can't say shit around here.
That sounded like it.
Oh my tuxie.
Drank
Go
a cup
fuck
of water,
yourself.
had an erection. My dick was so big. Spayed me down.
199.7.
Hey, my nieces are fucking watching.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Fucking, yeah. Whoa! What's that number? What's the number? 199 point what?
7.
199.7. Nice.
WHOU FM. No, sorry.
WNBC.
WNBC.
Nice job. So you were down.
Well, yeah. Yeah, back to what I was before I showed up with clothing on. Jesus Christ. Man, when I come up with the name United A-Holes, I didn't realize I was going to hit it out of the park with this crew. God damn.
Oh yeah, you cleaned up.
Yeah.
Ken, I have to give all the credit to Ken. I went to Ken and he pulled all you assholes in. Good job, man.
Well, he had no use for us up until that point.
Well, we drove in places.
So it would have been useless assholes before I gave them.
Yeah, that's right.
If I invite these guys, I get a ride home every Tuesday night.
I was in the process of writing them out of my life.
And then I came along and fucked that up.
UA has multiple meanings.
Hey, Randy, buddy, how you doing?
I really like you. You're my friend. Jeez, I hope I can withstand his punishment for 2 hours to get to Fredericton and back. I gotta listen to him yap.
Yeah.
That's right. No fucking tool, though.
Well,
Everybody
Thursday.
else?
Thursday. What's happening Thursday?
Zombie apocalypse.
Oh, dude, that's a
Zombie
good episode.
Apocalypse is a good
I
episode.
feel bad
yeah.
you were here
Oh,
for
I
that.
thought I thought it was happening Thursday.
I think we should
was
do
going
a
through my-
one-camera
Yeah, but I mean-
direct-on headshot with you watching it and rebuting it.
To be fair, he was hanging out with the Rolling Stones, so
Yeah,
It's true.
I was going through my own apocalypse.
Luckily, we didn't make it a competition, so you know
Oh no, he wins that one.
you would have won
That's
it
good.
anyway.
No, I think I
No,
actually,
I mean the stone passing competition. I'm
Oh.
out. You win.
Yeah, I recuse
I'm on number
myself.
5,
That's
so catch up if you want.
You're not your usual jovial self.
And you said you didn't want kids.
Now he knows why.